Another interesting shader that is available in XSI version 4.0 is the Scalar Matte and Color Matte, which can be found under the menu Color Channel, Color Matte, and Scalar Matte. These shaders are designed to extract the luminance information. It's almost like a keyer, except everything is texturable, such that you can use procedural shader to actually drive any of these parameters contained that these shaders has. So, for example, here I would like to actually get a very simple example here. So I'm going to use a grid and put a gradient shader onto this object here. So let's put a Phong. Well, actually, let's put a constant shader here, and we'll put a gradient shader. Now, if I do render region, we'll get this rainbow gradient showing up. The color matte has really two let's say options, or two stage, or two process. The first one is to extract a luminance information, and then from the luminance information it's going to actually take this information and apply some sort of extraction algorithm. So we'll go here, and the first one is we need to decide what is the component we'll be using to extract. So for example, if I say red, then I'll be having the red information from the actual RGB color. So I could go green, blue, or even alpha. In this case, the alpha is pretty much constant. If I go, let's say, at HLS, and I go to luminance, for example, or saturation, or hue, for example. In this case, since the actual hue is some sort of not perfectly aligned with a true hue, because of the nature of the gradient being used, which is sort of a rainbow color, we still see some of the luminance information. In this case, what I would like to use is the luminance information. And now, if we go back to gradient here, it's the actual luminance is fairly constant. So I'll go back to a black and white, so you can see the actual gradient being revealed. Once the actual luminance information is being extracted, we can actually invert this information, or even take the alpha and pre-multiply it. So now we have this extraction of luminance extraction, and then what we do here is that we need to define the extraction range. So as you can see here, any luminance information that is basically between 0.2 and 0.8 will get an inside value, which is white. So if I go and I change this, I'll get this color. Any value that are outside of the actual range, so let's say this is 0 and this is 1, will get this black color, or whatever the color that you want to put in. Obviously, I can actually adjust the extraction range, and this is these parameters are more or less some kind of sharpness in the extraction. So if we make it 0, for example, we'll be extracting a very precise range, and that is, if I increase the actual anti-aliasing right here, you'll see it's going to be fairly sharp. If I start to add a little bit of actually delta, then I'll start to get to extract and have a fall off between the two zone. So that's pretty much how this shader works, and what I'm going to do in the next AVI is to demonstrate how to use this with procedural shader to make let's say a certain material being revealed using this animated color matte. The other thing also I wanted to mention is the scalar matte. What is the difference between color matte and scalar matte? Well, it's quite simple. Is the in range, inside value and outside value, and output is basically color, where this one is has an inside value which is not a color but an actual scalar. So this is perfect for displacement matte. I invite you to take a look at the displacement map AVIs, and I'll be using this shader to extract very specific displacement intensity and apply it to the surface displacement. So these are the two shaders to do your procedural keying in the render tree. Thank you.